Hey guys. So, what are some of my hobbies? I recently picked up golf. I played lots of sports when I was younger, and I've missed the type of competition that sports bring with it. Golf has been a great way to satisfy my competitive nature, and it has given me something challenging to work at where I try to improve day after day. I also really enjoy furniture restoration. I love to work with my hands and find those diamonds in the rough. I recently finished restoring an old dresser for my son's nursery. For as long as I can remember, I've loved to cook. I find it therapeutic, and it's a great way to show my love for the people that I care about. Now, my passions. My wife and I are really involved in our church, where we work primarily with the youth, which we love. My wife works mostly with the young women, and I work mostly with the young men. Most recently, I've begun serving as a leader for our young men in the Boy Scouts of America program. I love working with young people, helping them to develop their talents, learn valuable skills, stretch themselves, and work towards worthwhile goals. The thing I am most passionate about in my life is, of course, my family. As I mentioned, my wife and I have a 2-year-old son named Clark. He is so much fun. I love every moment I get to spend with him as I watch him learn and grow each day. What makes me special? I wanted to ask the people around me what they thought makes me special. I thought their responses would be a better way to find the true answer to this question. My wife said I was really good at being able to just see something and make it. Whether it's food, a project around the house, preparing a presentation, whatever. I have a great ability to see the process from beginning to end and make something from nothing. My mother-in-law said, no matter what we're talking about, you know a little bit about everything. I don't think she meant to say that I'm a know-it-all, but I think it speaks more to my love of learning and my genuine curiosity about new things. Many of my classmates commented that I'm able to learn things really quickly, even the more complex and complicated concepts, and not just understand them, but understand them in a way that allows me to explain it to other people to help them to understand as well. I think that's a really valuable skill. Most of my friends said that it doesn't matter what I'm making, if I'm cooking, they're coming over, because they know it's going to be good. Like I said, I love to cook, and some of my friends and family think I do a good enough job that they've asked me to cater events for them. I recently did a birthday party for over 120 people a few weeks ago. My mom said that I've always had a talent for making people feel comfortable and welcome. Such a mom thing to say. More than a few people said they thought I was witty, which I appreciated, because I think having a sense of humor is important. These are more of the things about my personality that makes me special, which I'll bring with me to dahmakan. But from a more professional point of view, I have other specialties that I will bring. During my time at Goldman Sachs, I quickly became the go-to person for all of our project timelines. I was and am really good at managing complicated processes and projects and making improvements in efficiency. I streamlined several processes we did on a regular basis, taking one from 3 to 5 days down to 1, and another from 6 to 8 weeks down to 4 weeks. During my undergraduate, I proved myself to be an exceptionally hard worker. I held 2 part-time jobs, often working more than 50 hours a week. At the same time, I was dating my wife, who lived in a different state, more than 4 hours away by car. Despite living so far away, I was able to see her almost every weekend. During all of this, I somehow managed to graduate with a 3.7 GPA. This is the type of work you can expect from me at dahmakan. I already know I can work harder than most, but more importantly, I know how to work smarter. I will help to shore up operational processes, find efficiencies, and help dahmakan grow. What are my values? I believe in keeping things simple, and that the best organizations do the same. They keep their strategy simple, clear, and focused. Personally, I want a company that I work for to value integrity. As an organization, do they just talk the talk, or do they walk the walk? Trust. I want where I work to be a place where colleagues assume the best in one another and work together, not a place where superiors are dictating every step and employees are left fighting with one another for scraps. A place where people feel empowered to do their very best work in a way that makes them proud and that they can enjoy. Mutual respect. Colleagues at all levels should feel a sense of belonging, that their opinions matter and that they are adding value to the team, that they respect themselves and their coworkers enough to hold each other accountable. I've always admired organizations where the people there feel that their work is somehow transcendent and that they're fulfilling some calling and not just doing a job. I like places that have a work hard, play hard mentality, where people take their work seriously, but don't take themselves too seriously. I chose dahmakan because I think the strategy is brilliant. Food delivery is long overdue for disruption, and I think you all have found the model and the markets that fit really well together. I want to be a part of what I believe is going to be an incredible story of growth. I one day hope to open my own business, and I think I can learn a lot from this experience. I also chose dahmakan because of what I can tell about the culture from the job description for the entrepreneur in residence role. When I read it, I felt like it was taking the words straight out of my mouth. Meetings about meetings is one of my biggest pet peeves. I love rolling up my sleeves and getting my hands dirty to solve problems. I am totally happy wearing multiple hats in a role. I prefer it actually. As I've mentioned, I have a flair for cooking and would consider myself a huge foodie, like many of you, I assume. I showed the job description to my wife, and when she read it, she said, "This is so you. You have to do this." Hi, I'm Corbin Boyle. I hope you've enjoyed learning about me as much as I've enjoyed learning about you. I really admire what you are building at dahmakan. I know that this is exactly the type of role that I've been looking for, and I think I'm exactly the type of person that you've been looking for. I hope to hear from you soon.